Welcome to the Loveland of Portland Loan Arranger Show. I am Cleve Loveland, Central Florida's voice of real estate, alongside Bruce Woodburn, the loan arranger. We're bringing you all your real estate news, all your mortgage news from two guys that are in the trenches 7 days a week. We have immense radio talent, but believe it or not, we don't get paid for this. We only get paid when we're doing our regular business.
That's radio's right. We're here to make sure that people make money, find the right houses, learn the ins and outs, the pros and the cons of buying and selling property. That's what we're here for.
Yep. I've got three things, Bruce, I want to talk about. I got numbers. I love these reports from the Orlando Regional Realtor Association. I got those. Gives us our sales, our inventory. I want to talk about these buyouts you hear advertised day and night, billboards, you get TV ads, whatever it is, all these buyouts. We're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about the most important thing, Bruce. What's amazing to me, and this is where most people out there go wrong, they don't know their numbers.
No.
And that's what we're going to dig into today on renting, on buying, on selling. And we'll go through all that today. What do you got today?
I want to talk about what's happening with interest rates. What has the war in Iran affected interest rates? Has it affected buyers getting into the market? Has it affected sellers? I want to get into a lot of that. Then I want to get into, I need help from our listeners out there. I'll tell you where I need my help. My team is growing and I'm looking to hire somebody. Now, I'm not looking to hire somebody that has no mortgage experience. I need at least 3 years mortgage experience. But if you know anybody that wants to join a dynamic team, all benefits paid, this is a job for a great professional that knows the mortgage business and can help me and my clients get through the process as I'm growing this business. I need more help. So if you know anybody, call me at 407-250-9144. I'm interviewing, but I'm telling you, I'm picky. I'm about talent. I'm about making sure we have honest people that care as much about my clients as I do.
And I just think this is working at a very high professional level, what you and I do. And people just, if that's what you want and you want to help people the right way, I tell my team all the time, we're doing it right. We deal with so much, I just say inexperience, Bruce, and people that don't know exactly what they're doing. And we're just looking to get the home sold, give everybody a good experience. It's a scary experience, but we want to make sure everything is handled professionally. And that's the biggest struggle.
Well, and our reputation means a lot to us. I want to tell you about a situation that I had. When I was out in Phoenix last week, I had a real estate agent call me and say, "Hey, I'm having trouble with one of your loan officers on one of my deals." And I said, "Really? I'm sorry. What's the loan officer's name?" He gave me a name of a guy I've never even heard of before.
Wasn't your team?
He's not he wasn't even from my region. He was somewhere down in South Florida that was doing a loan for them up here. And the guy had no clue as to what he was doing. I end up getting a hold of this loan officer, happens to work for Cross Country, but not for my region, not for my branch. And I talked to this guy and I'm like, "You have no clue as to what you're doing. You're in over your head and you're going to screw this deal up. You need to get your manager involved." And the deal ended up blowing up. But what bothers me, and I need my clients to realize this, not all Keller Williams agents are the same. Not all Coldwell Banker agents are the same. Not all Cross Country representatives are the same. When you want me, you have to call me. Don't go to crosscountry.com. Go to webringyouhome.com. So you've got me. So now I couldn't run interference for this guy because I don't even know this loan officer. But I told him, I said, "You got to hightail it out of there and get rid of this guy right away because he's going to blow your deal."
Well, the important thing, people need to go to webringyouhome.com if they're thinking about it. Get their mortgage started. I've got a standing application with you because I'm going to,
you buy houses a lot.
I'm going to do a DSCR, probably closing next month. And I just want to be primed and ready. And it's just knowing that I know with you, things are going to get done. I just had one. It was terrible. Got it to you, you got it closed.
That does happen. And the thing is, I don't want my clients to not have a good experience. And you're right. Sometimes the home buying and the mortgage process may seem a little daunting. I've got a young guy right now, he's finding out now that, and it's not, he's a great buyer. He's had great credit scores, great everything, but he was starting to get caught up in the minutia because it's the negotiation. People that aren't used to negotiating get freaked out about it. You know that? Yep. But you and I do it every day. And that's why you hire a real estate professional to help you. But I'm going to tell you something. Even my wife doesn't like it when I start negotiating. But here's one of the things that I find is the most important thing in a real estate agent. And this is why I love working with Cleve and his team. He understands how to negotiate. He's not going to let another agent pull the wool over your eyes, and he's not going to let you leave money on the table that you'd pick up.
I just had something, Bruce, and it's have an offer. This house has been on the market for 3 months at the same price. And then we send an offer and the agent tells me they got multiple, all of a sudden they got multiple offers.
Oh, after 3 months with no
And it was
offers.
3 months, it was extremely overpriced. So we looked around at what's out there and we're just like, I think your offer is great. He's telling us highest and best by Friday. And I'm just thinking, I don't know if he's bluffing or he's just using one of those offers he's gotten as spam from one of the hedge funds offering half the list price saying he's got multiple offers, which you can do. Technically, he didn't have to tell me the offers, but you got to know what's going on. And working with this couple, they know what they can afford. They know what they want to do. We're talking about their real estate plan for the next 10, 15 years on their dream home, and they know what they want to spend and where they want to be. They don't want a project at the upper end of their price point. They want perfect.
What's your phone number, brother?
407-352-8118 or cleveloveland.com.
Yeah, or Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Ranger, Cross Country Mortgage. Don't go to crosscountry.com. Go to WeBringYouHome.com. That's WeBringYouHome.com. 407-250-9144. I lend in all 50 states. I'm doing loans in Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, even Texas. And I had one in Louisiana recently. So all over the place. You need a mortgage. You got a friend that needs a mortgage out of state. You call me. I can help you.
I think the biggest news, Bruce, I want to ask you about rates after we do this, but the biggest news I got this week was these numbers. And 2025, the sales were slightly ahead of 2024, which is good. Resale homes by 4%, not a lot. But inventory actually went up a little bit. It went from 11,700 to 11,900. But the number of single family homes ticked up. Not strange. January, February, people getting on the market for the new year. The number of condos actually barely went up, which is good. There's a glut of condos because of their high fees. So it's driving the price down. A condo at $230 is the same as buying a townhome at $290 because of the $700 condo dues. And then the number of townhomes barely clicked up, but inventory holding steady. We've been dropping the past 9 months. It's been dropping. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, actually the last 10 months, it's been dropping. And we're right at about 6 months, 5.99 months of supply. So we're right on the edge of a buyer's market. So it really depends on your market. Yeah. I just sold a house in Ocala. I told the owner, literally, there's thousands of homes for sale around him, same style, same size. So we were fighting.
Thousands.
Literally, I was looking, he was at 285, and I said, we got to adjust the price. And we went to go to 279. And when I counted, there was 13 others at 279.9. So I said, we got to go to 279.5. Guess what? We got the offer. Good. You got to know those things. Some markets, I might only have 2 or 3 competitors, depending on what it is. But the number of sales for January and for February of 2025, this is really all about the interest rate being 5.99 and 6% last 2 months. Number of sales above last year, slightly. So, and the number of new contracts, little behind last year, but the number of new listings is down.
Last year, there be more sales, but not as many contracts.
Just what's pending, because some of those are pending. This is closed sales and pending. So we got like the waves of analyzing this is what's going through. But the number of new listings for the last 5 months, 4 months, the number of new listings coming on compared to the year before is down. So we're going to chew up this inventory, and I'd like to see us sitting around 7,000, 8,000 listings. It's going to take a couple months to get to that, but I want to ask you, Bruce, right now, rates. So they popped up when the bombs dropped.
I want to talk about that because this is an important topic. So obviously we had our best rates the Friday before we went into war with Iran. Okay. After that, the market freaked out, stock market freaked out, bond market freaked out. Usually when the stock market is freaky and uncertain, money moves into bonds and the bond yield goes up and rates will come down, but that didn't happen. They both suffered on that. We've dropped about 75 basis points, but this week has been much better. We're starting to gain some more traction with in the bond market, which is very healthy right now. But what that's done is it's put buyers back in the seat, because when interest rates were dropping into the high 5s, people were jumping into the market and sellers quit paying closing costs. Now you see sellers willing to work with buyers again. Now we've had some up and down days in the market this week, but mostly it's been up. Mostly we've seen positive gains in that. So what's happening is now I'm starting to see sellers that may have had an offer on the table and the offer went away. Now they're going, wait a minute, what's going on with that?
Yeah.
And willing to help out a little bit more.
And once again, it depends on how smart is the other agent. When I've got a house that's been on the market 90 days and they haven't adjusted the price once and there's no comps, like literally there's no other homes like this within 200,000 of this price, what do you expect to happen? And then literally there's a sale right next door at our offer price.
It's interesting. I've got a client right now that was referred to me by a close friend. It's his nephew. Really nice kid, 23-year-old kid, just graduated from college with his physical therapy degree. And he's got a great job going to work with Advent, but he's buying a condo, and the condo is not Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac or HUD approved.
Okay.
Because there's two owners that own more than 10% of the units, and it excludes it. Can't do it.
Okay.
So I told them, I said, I have other products that I can get you into. It's going to be higher interest rates and more down payment. How bad do you really want this condo?
Yeah.
So we really want the condo. I said, I can help you, but I want to be completely honest with you. And this is what you get from me. If it was my kid, I wouldn't let him buy that condo.
Yeah.
Because I am strangling him in the future for selling it. And what if he goes in 3 years from now, meets this beautiful girl and he wants to get married and have children, and then they need the equity out of this condo, and everybody's going to lowball you because you can't get traditional.
They don't
finance.
appreciate as fast as.
Not only not appreciating, but you can't get regular mortgages, which makes it harder. I
closed on one like that this week, and that's the give and take, because the one I closed on one this week for 230, equivalent townhomes 290.
Yes.
Like I said, with the difference in fees, and this one also was not Fannie or Freddie approved. We had to do a non-conforming product, and that it does weigh in. Now, if that's the only thing around and you can't get into a townhouse you like, or there's no townhomes around and you got to be here for these reasons, as long as you're aware, okay, great. And that's what we do with our buyers, Bruce. We educate them.
Absolutely.
They talk to you, find out what they can afford. You tell us how much closing costs they need, because they got 5% to put down. Their FHA down payment's 3.5%. So we need 2 or 3% from the seller.
Absolutely.
All those things we know up front. And what's amazing is I come across other agents that don't understand. They don't even know the math. I make them an offer of list price or close to list price with $10,000 in closing costs, and they don't realize on that 330 home, that's a 320 offer, and they don't understand.
Yes. And that's our job, to help them understand.
Yeah. But it's really frustrating, because there's like the bar in real estate is very low to get in and very high to get kicked out. So we all know about that. But if you want to call me, chances are one of those houses on your street, I've helped sell it, buy it, or manage it as investment property. Call me at 407-352-8118. I'll be working all weekend.
Yeah. Or call Bruce Woodburn, the loan arranger at Cross Country Mortgage, 35 years. Matter of fact, my anniversary in the mortgage business is this week. Makes me 36 years in the business. 407-250-9144 or webringyouhome.com. Like, I think 30, you're not even 36. Yeah, you're a little over 36.
Yeah, I've been in real estate for 33 years now.
So I will tell you this much. I have absolutely met some wonderful people. I've worked with some great real estate agents. Cleve and his team are top notch. You get a great real estate agent that knows what you're doing. Stop going out and picking your brother-in-law's sister, cousin to be your real estate agent. Their skills are not what you need. And I see it, and it's painful when you come to me as a client and you got your own agent and they don't know what they're doing. I can't say anything about it because they're your friend. So let me help you and let me connect you. We'll get you in with Cleve and his team. Unbelievable. Matter of fact, I think I got a new buyer for you coming up this week.
Great.
407-250-9144 for the loan arranger, or 407-352-8118 for Cleve Loveland and his team. And you got 5 minutes with more of that Loveland report. The more angels. So 21.